What is it?
I'm bored in the house, I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house, I'm in the house bored.
Like, as I was saying it, I was like, oh my god, TikTok.
Bored in the house bored.
So I've had a bit of a mare morning today. I had another video planned. I did actually vlog about it, that I was supposed to do a reaction video for you guys, but my laptop won't actually connect to the internet, so I can't actually watch the video I want to react to. We then had Ruben's laptop and we tried to get a screen recorder for it, but it just wasn't working. So unfortunately that was going to be a video today. I hope that'll be in a video in the next couple of weeks for you guys. So yeah, so that's been my morning today. Hello everyone and welcome to Kimmy's Shrine. So if you're new here, then twice a week I do videos. So the last one I did was actually my part 2 of my Mad Beauty range. So if you've not seen that, then please go check that out. And today I'm going to talk about my DIY ears. Now the reason I want to talk about my ears today is because I've actually made all of these myself. I've actually got a Disney Days playlist. I do makeup tutorials, I turn old jumpers into cushions, and I make my own ears. So I thought now, just in case you are indoors or if you're bored and you just want to do a little bit of DIY, that kind of thing. So I just thought now would be a perfect time to show you the type of ears that I've made. So the first one I'm going to show you is actually the first one I ever made. It's not one that I'm proud of, so this is why I don't really wear them very often, but it's actually these ones here. So these are Toy Story ones. So these are the very first ones that I made. Since then I have learned how to make other types of ears. So the way I've actually made these ones are the ways I've actually shown you on my Disney Days playlist, where it's actually got some cardboard in there for structure, and then either side you've actually got like I think I put like cotton pads or something in there. Now the reason I don't really wear these ones is just because the quality of them, obviously they're not amazing. I have learned not to actually put any fabric on the actual headband itself. So from now on I actually buy a headband, the colours to go with the character I'm actually doing for the ears, because I just find with these ones like it's just a little bit tatty, it kind of comes off. With most of these I do actually sew them with a little bit of glue, obviously to glue it on, but most of all of this is actually sewn on. I've actually put like a braiding bit there, so around this bit here to obviously cover up the seam. I've actually done a little bit of braiding, but to be honest it was so difficult to obviously glue it down without you actually seeing the glue. That's one reason I haven't done it again. On this one I've actually got a bow on one side but not one on the other side, so technically that is Minnie Mouse ears and then that side is Mickey Mouse ears. Most of my fabrics I've actually done from pajama tops. So for example this one was actually a Toy Story one, and the actual pajama top was really long, so I just cut off the bottom of it and actually made the top into a crop top and then used the fabric that way. And then this one was actually a top as well, which if I remember rightly I think I actually had 2 tops, and I didn't really need obviously 2 tops the same, so I used one actually as clothes and then the other one as fabric. So yeah, so that is the very first one that I did. The second one I'm going to show you is this one here, because I had a few comments on one of my last videos I did where I actually wore these ears, but like I said the fabric actually came from a top and I actually wore the top in my video, so you can sort of see the top it came from was obviously how I made these ears. Like I said, I've actually started to use the band as the colours for the ears, so rather than actually covering them in fabric, because I just found for me it was a bit too messy. I just couldn't do it. Like I might have to look at like say YouTube videos or Pinterest or something to see how if there's a better way of doing it, but for me personally I just ordered loads of these. So the bands I actually got from eBay, I did actually get them a few different people, so there's not one person I actually got them from. It does depend on the thickness, because I do prefer a thicker band, because I find personally for one, when you're actually making the ears it's easier to have a thicker band because obviously you got something to stick to, but I just find actually on my head they don't hurt as much, they're a bit more structured. So there isn't like say one person I just bought these from. I mainly just got them because of the width and also because of the colorings, because some people had like really bright colors, whereas other people might have just had like white and black and that was it, whereas some of the other ones I did actually want some colors. But yeah, I just thought I'd show that one, but that was done with the same principle as the first one, where it's got actually cardboard in the middle and then this is just fluffed out with, I'm pretty sure it was cotton wool pads I used. I'm trying to remember because it's been a while since I've actually made some ears and I'm pretty sure that's what I used. So another way I've been doing it, so for example like these ones here where I've actually got a character on one side and then a completely different character on the other. The reason why I do that is because obviously I do like to kind of get more use out out of my ears, because I kind of feel like, you know, if you've only got say one on one side and you've got nothing on the other side, I kind of feel it's a bit of a wasted space. Now these ones I did actually do differently, because these just have cardboard in, so it literally is just cardboard, there's nothing to fluff it out. So I just wanted to try the technique of this one just to see if obviously it would actually be more structured. So these ones I did actually braid a bit of fabric and put it on the outside. I thought it kind of suited it because obviously both the characters are blue, and the fact that the actual headband itself is blue. Yet again, I'm not the best with these. Like I said, that the glue gets everywhere. There's no way that I know to stick it down properly. So personally, I don't really do it a lot. It was just the fact that I had this bit of fabric and I thought it kind of looked cool with obviously the bits like fraying and things like that. And because these are kind of more like boyses, that's one reason I didn't actually put any like bows or anything on here, because I thought, oh, just in case Ruben ever wears them, or obviously my video is a bit more boyish, I just thought this kind of suited it a bit better. Yet again, these are actually clothes. I do remember the genie one was actually a pajama top that I actually got from Primark in the sale, because it was supposed to be a set and the bottoms didn't actually come with it. So the top I think was only about £2.50. So I actually just bought the top by itself, knowing I was actually going to use it for ears. But yeah, and then the stitch one was again a top, which I think was a bit too long, and I just cut it off. So yes, that's another one that I've done. So another way I've done it is actually these ones here. So yet again, these are ones that got two characters on there. So this is what I class as my Pixar ones, because technically it's got Merida on one side and then Sully and Mike on the other side. So with these ones, yet again, it does actually have the cardboard in there, but I didn't put as much padding in there. And yet again, I kind of feel these are quite structured. So some of the other ones, I would say, like some of my earlier ones, I don't know if you can tell that that's quite flimsy. So I kind of found with these ones, I don't know if they're kind of, maybe there's too much in them. So that's maybe why I started to do some with like less padding in them, because I don't know if I kind of made them a bit too flimsy. So I just kind of want to trial them with obviously putting some padding in, but not as much. So with the Merida one, I actually got the fabric online. I actually got it from eBay, I think, for like a meter. I think it was only like a couple of pounds. So just in case that's something you want to do, because at the time I didn't actually have any clothes with Merida on there. So and I really wanted to do some Merida ears. So I literally just went on eBay and I think I just typed in like Disney fabric. They sometimes do like a sample piece or like by meter, that kind of thing. So I just bought some and did it that way. And then with Mike and Sully on this side, this is actually again a pajama top. I tend to find that a lot of mine are pajama tops just because they are quite long. They're almost like dresses because they are so long, and I just find sometimes I don't mind keeping them as pajamas, but then the other times I'm like, actually I would like to wear it out and actually turn it into a crop top. So another one I've done, which I don't really use that often, again because I don't really like them on the basis that they're a bit too droopy, which is this one here, which is a Mickey Mouse one and a Minnie Mouse one. And I think I actually wore these in a video in the last couple of months. I can't remember which one it was, but when I was editing I just noticed how droopy this one is. Like it just kind of doesn't really do anything, so I was kind of like, oh, I don't really want to wear these again. But this one yet again is a pajama top because it's that kind of like fluffy fleecy kind of material. So these are actually old, I think pajama bottoms if I remember rightly, because I know the top, but the top I actually used to make a cushion out of. So that's again on my Disney Days playlist. And then the bottoms obviously for the ears. With this one, it's actually a children's top. So my mum actually got it for me from a charity shop like years ago. She actually got me from a charity shop knowing that eventually I wanted to do some ears. It was from a little kid's top, but it had like Minnie Mouse on there, so I thought I was perfect for that. The only thing is I didn't actually put any bows on this one because sometimes I don't always want to put a bow on them because I kind of like the fact that they are just like the ears themselves rather than always having a bow. So I have done some themed ones. So I've got some Halloween ones and I got some Christmas ones. I do have more of these, so I'm just going to show you a selection of these. So maybe closer to Halloween and closer to Christmas I'll show you the other ones. So just in case you actually want to make these near to time, I can show you them. But one of them is actually this one here. So this has got Ursula on one side, which is fabric, and then Hades on the other side, which I actually cut out of felt and then put like glitter glue all over it. So originally I just had it on this side. I didn't actually have an idea for the other side when I originally made these. I just knew I had some fabric of Ursula because I had some like Little Mermaid fabric, and I just cut out the Ursula bits and also put her on there. Because it was on a blue band, I was thinking, oh, what other character can I do that's like a villain that's kind of like bluish? And I thought, of course, Hades. Yet again, I didn't actually have any fabric for Hades, so I just thought, well, what's Hades sort of known for? Obviously his hair, and then the vial he actually used, the actual bottle, it's actually got this pattern in there. So that's why I thought I'd just use felt. So just in case you don't have any fabric, or obviously you don't have any like the characters on there, I just thought that would be a good way of doing it, is obviously just cut them out and felt and stick them on. And then I just used glitter glue on there as as well, just kind of give it a little bit more color to it as well. But yeah, I just really like these ones. But like I said, for ages I just couldn't think what to put on the other side. I'm thinking there's bound to be another character I can put on the other side, thinking of course Hades, it makes sense. Now one of my favorite ones I've done, I'm really proud of these, is my Maleficent ones. Now the only thing is the wire I only had colored wire at the time, and I kind of unfortunately feel like on camera you couldn't really see it, because I remember wearing these and then when I was editing you couldn't really see it. So I might try and do something a little bit jazzy with it, like for Halloween, to obviously make them show up a bit more. But it's actually my Maleficent ones, so yeah, again I don't know if you can see the wire. So this is obviously a wire which I made into horns. So what I did, I actually drew on a piece of paper the horns, and then I got the wire and then obviously just molded the wire around it. These were originally what's the word, autumn colored. Oh my god, I really can't think today. So these were originally autumn, like oranges and things like that. So I just got some black paint and I just painted over them, because I just thought, okay, that kind of makes sense with obviously Maleficent's horns. But like I said, I don't know if you can really see them, so I'm really a bit disappointed that you can't really see them on camera. But I just think in person they look so cool. So I think I might actually put some, maybe like a mesh or something around them, so you can actually see the layout of the horns a bit better. But I just thought this was such like a cool thing to do, because especially if you don't want to do like ears, say for example like these, to have horns like this, I thought that was quite cool. But like I said, at the time I only had like this coloured wire, and I was like, oh, I just really wanted to make some like Maleficent horns, so that was the best I could come up with. But yeah, I really hope you guys can see that. Apologies if you can't, but yeah, they are really cool to make. So the next ones are my Christmas ones. Now one of them I did actually do, it broke, so I do actually have to glue it back on. So this is one of them, obviously using baubles that you don't actually use very often, but yeah, like I said, that one did break. But another bauble one that I came up with, which I actually got from a charity shop. So I actually got these baubles from a charity shop, which is this one here. So I actually purposely bought baubles to make these ears. So luckily I was able to get like some big ones and some small ones to go with it. And then I just got some of this like tinsel kind of, oh, what's the word? Why can't I not think of words? What's this? What's this called?
Tinsel?
No, that's the word I really... not string, but kind of is.
Thread.
Thread? Tinsel thread?
It's tinsel string.
It was only because when you think of tinsel, you think of the big tinsel. But I guess, yeah, like thread or string or something dark side. Oh, I need food, I need lunch. Right, so yeah, so I actually got this from the range. They actually did like a whole range of it, obviously in the range. So I actually just put it on the sides here, but then I also wrapped it around because I had to put so much glue on these to stick them that you could actually see the glue actually on the headband. So that's why I decided to wrap it all around so you couldn't really see the glue. And it kind of works, obviously, because being Christmassy, obviously being tinsel, it kind of works as well. The only thing is, where I've actually had to glue the ears on, you can actually see the glue, because I found it really difficult to glue it on and to keep it in place without it falling off. Like I said, with the other one I've got, it actually did come off, so I'm gonna have to glue them back on. But yeah, I just thought that was a cool way of obviously using any baubles. Like I said, I did actually get these from a charity shop, so yeah, again, Christmas is probably one of the best times, near to time if you want to make them, that's probably one of the best times to do it. But another thing I did with baubles is I actually did this way. Now these baubles I did actually get from Primark, so these are obviously the non-Disney ones, because Primark, if you know, do a whole range of say Christmas baubles and Christmas decorations, but these were like, say, the small ones, these were like the non-Disney ones, which I then turned into like Mickey Mouse shaped ones. So I've actually got that on one side. Now to actually do the ears is the same wire that I actually used for the Maleficent one, so it's actually the same wire, and then I just wrapped like the tinsel type stuff around it, obviously to make it into ears, and then I just stuck these on. So I've actually got these on one side, and on the other side I've actually got these, which are little kind of snowflake kind of things. So I actually used them in my first one. Like I said, I do actually have some more Christmas ones, so I can actually do that later in the year for you, obviously near to Christmas. So obviously if you want to do like some more Christmassy ones, I can do that as well. But I just thought it was a cool idea yet again to have one thing on one side and one thing on another. But like I said, most of these were actually fabrics from clothes. It's a good way, obviously, if there's clothes that don't fit anymore, or just clothes you don't use anymore. Like for example, I've still got quite a lot of fleecy like pajama bottoms, because I don't really wear them anymore, and to be honest, some of them are quite old. I just basically got like a tub of, and the other side the attic, just full of loads of like old clothes or things I found in charity shops, or for example any fabric I found online. I've just put them all into one box, and then eventually I kind of look at them and thinking, oh okay, what kind of ears do I need to then buy the headbands to obviously match them. Yeah, I just thought it was a really fun thing to do. So just in case you are bored in the house, I was actually thinking about TikTok thing. What is it?
I'm bored in the house, I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house, I'm in the house bored.
Like, as I was saying it, I was like, oh my god, TikTok.
Bored in the house, bored in the house.
Because I've been really good. I've not been on TikTok for about a week now. So I'm quite proud of myself for not being on TikTok. But yeah, I couldn't help but think of that when I actually said bored in the house. But yeah, I just thought now's a good time, obviously, if you are into DIY or if you want to start doing DIY. Like I said, I do actually have a Disney Day playlist, but there are so many videos on YouTube, just in case you don't like the way that I do it. There's so many different ways of doing it. Like I said, I tend to sew mine and then glue them on, whereas you can obviously just use glue if you wanted to. I just found personally it was just nice just to sew them. I would say one pair of ears did take on average about 2 hours, so it's a good kind of waste of time, but at the same time you might not have 2 hours that you want to spend making ears. But yeah, so that is it for this video. If you like this kind of videos, then please give me a big thumbs up, please like, subscribe. Oh, and another thing, a lot of you guys, you actually watch my videos but you're not subscribed, so I really appreciate it if you do like this kind of videos to subscribe, because I have noticed that a lot of you do actually watch my videos but you're not subscribed, so I would really appreciate it. And yeah, and that's it, so I'll see you guys next time. Later days.